their first appearance at the World Series, and they've won 2 elimination games already here this week. Here is their batting order, a continuous batting order in Little League. So everybody on the roster shows up on the scorecard in the lineup, and they will be facing a pitcher they have seen, Harmony White, in the circle for Oklahoma.
Yeah, Harmony White has thrown well, throws with good velocity. Yesterday was dealing with a little bit of an ankle issue. We saw her kind of limping around, but we talked to her before the game today, and she said that her ankle is feeling less sore, and she feels very confident about how it's wrapped up. So she's feeling good to go, pitching in back-to-back days here at the World Series.
Yeah, Harmony White told us her dream has been to play on TV so her grandpa can watch, and she's been able to do that her 3rd game of this World Series. And facing a Florida lineup, hitting .324 this week. The most experienced team, if you will, this week for Florida, because this is their 5th game of the tournament. They could play a total of 7 games this week.
Yeah, and they're complete. I mean, their entire lineup has been productive, and when you do that, it's hard to shut them down. I mean, obviously, Alana Liu, the leadoff, has just been mashing, but it's just a really fun, complete team to watch offensively.
Liu is in, ready to go in this elimination game at the World Series. And a first pitch strike coming in from Harmony White.
She throws with really good velocity, has that big smile when she's in the circle, which I feel like now that, you know, when you compare to this first inning already compared to yesterday, maybe didn't smile as much as she normally does. Seen her in the regional.
A beautiful swing on the second pitch, a fair ball for Alana Liu, whose bat has really been a spark for Florida.
And she has just been outstanding. She had 3 hits yesterday, was a game changer, and now immediately against White and this Oklahoma team trying to score early in this game, takes a pitch on the outer half, lets it travel, mashes it down the right field line, and then easily in for a leadoff double.
She now has a hit in 4 straight at-bats for Florida. That's her 2nd extra base hit.
I have a feeling this Florida team is going to be very motivated today against Oklahoma. When they're the team that beat them in a close game, little comeback win, and the way that it happened, you know that they want revenge.
Yeah, you can tell they're a little spicy. They've got that attitude. Like,
hey, we love a little spice.
We absolutely.
Take it. Layla Holton popped up into the glove of Palmer Minor.
Again, you can see that emotion that Harmony White pitches with, celebrates every out, and a little bit quieter that we saw from her yesterday dealing with that injury, but happy to see her back out there again today.
And now how does she handle Addison Bono? Her very first at-bat of the tournament on Sunday, hit a home run, the only over-the-fence home run, only home run period we've seen this week.
I mean, really, it's like when Addison Bono steps up to the plate, it's a lot like how it felt when Bri Ellis was playing at Arkansas this past season. She's the National Player of the Year. Everybody is looking at her, knowing that she has a chance to hit it out of here anytime that she steps up to the plate.
And she's even added more power this season, guys. Able to go oppo. She's played baseball with the boys for a while, started playing at age 3. Last year, she was a finalist at the Home Run Derby in Williamsport.
Well, and I think with first base open, they have to be careful here.
It's really hard to predict things like that, I noticed this week, Michelle, in Little League. Anything that you think you know is kind of out the window. So
strategy is a little different.
Just challenging her right down the heart of the plate.
Exactly. 2-0 hitters counting her. I'm going to blast it right in there.
That was a good, healthy cut right there.
Well, and this is what she's capable of doing. When you give her a pitch that is a little bit too sweet, she's going to barrel it up for a Bono bomb. Oh no, it's Bono when she gets in the box and she can go yard. You don't see a lot of those here. Over the fence, 200 feet all the way around. We all fall down. Woo!
Drops a shot in left field. Around sprinting is Liu. And Florida strikes first.
Bono had swung the pitch before, was on time, and then gets on top of that one. That one had like top spin off of her bat. She gets around it for an RBI. Bono now 8 RBIs in the World Series. Leads all players, and they're sending Lou all the way. Man, Alana Lou is such a good leadoff hitter.
Such a good leadoff hitter. And I'm a little surprised that Oklahoma didn't pitch around Bono a little bit more with first base open early in the game.
It's going to allow Bono to advance to second.
This is a Florida team that when I was speaking with them a couple days ago, you could see they had hitting charts, so they, which you don't always see at this level.
Yeah, guys, team scoring first, so important. They've won 9 of the last 10 games.
There's an interesting trend how that started out. The teams that scored first were not winning games early in the World Series, and then that took a quick right turn.
Bianca Vandenberg has done a really nice job of backing up Addison Bono. She's tied for the tournament lead in walks in this tournament with 3, but also has 3 hits.
And sometimes you don't like being the visiting team. Oftentimes you prefer to be the home team. But when you're a good hitting team, you want to pick up the bats first and have a chance to get on the board first, immediately putting pressure on the other team early.
But the nerves are a little different in the box versus the circle.
Yes, so true.
And that's going to be the 4th walk by Bianca Vandenberg.
Harmony White does not walk a lot of hitters. We talked about her pitching those 41 innings between regionals and World Series. She's only given up 4 base on balls.
Yeah, coming into the World Series, she hadn't walked a batter in her last 24 innings.
Well, and now's the big challenge that she's facing a team that saw her not long ago, who's very aggressive.
Thank you, bud. Hey, one run's not going to win this game.
Yeah,
hey, so what? The girl got a hit. That's my fault. That was a bad pitch call. We probably shouldn't have done that. And hey, and the girl made us pay for it. And that's fine. One run's not going to win. Now, we just got to minimize the damage, get out of this inning, get us a ground ball, take whatever the easiest out is, whether it's third, whatever. Don't try to force a double play if it's not there. Make sure the outfields are working through the cut, and just get back in the zone and get back to attack mode. One run's not the end of the world. Hey, we were here last time. It was 1-0, the same spot. You know what I'm saying? We've been here. We're good. Relax. Let's go.
Little pep talk from the assistant coach, Nathan Frisbee. His daughter is Tatum Frisbee, who plays at third base. But yeah, a good reminder that Florida was up in the first meeting 1-0 on Oklahoma, and Oklahoma came back and won.
Who needs TV analysts when you can hear exactly what the coach is saying in the meeting, and giving a lot of good information to the defense, to the mindset, reminders that they've been in this position before.
I loved it. I was speaking with him before the game, and he said, you know, at every level, this is the way the game goes. You know, you've got to score more than 1 run. You've got to make the plays, and sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. He's like, I've seen Major League Baseball players bobble balls right on the infield and run score. So I love the perspective, and that's what it is. It's like, have fun. It's okay. The world is not crumbling. We're still in this.
Yeah, it's just the first inning.
That's right.
Sam Bradley at the plate, the pitcher today for Florida.
And I think that's the importance, too, of being able to see so many of the pro softball games on TV as well for these young girls to watch, like they've been able to this summer, so that they can see themselves in these older women playing, that they make mistakes too. They give up home runs, they give up hits with runners in scoring position, they hit people, all the things. It's been awesome, and a big part of it that I've heard from these teams they've been watching.
Well, it's always interesting this time of year. I get emails from moms and dads that have coached their daughters who are grown up now, and they have grandkids, and they say they love the lessons, the life lessons that softball teaches you, that there's going to be failure and success, and how do you deal with it? That's the best part of the diamond sports. I mean, the success is more fun than the failure.
Well,
You got to have the failure to appreciate that success, for sure.
A little bit of ice cream after the game always, you know, soothes that over. So.
Definitely.
Bella Hood was trying to get over there to grab that. Guys, we have yet to get ice cream after the games. Come on. We need to level up.
We do need to level up. When you played youth softball, did you go for ice cream after games?
Yes, pizza.
Okay.
Ice cream,
Yeah,
pizza.
ice cream. Yes. Pizza first, then ice cream.
Steady diet.
We did. We would go down to a local place and we'd get banana splits or else soft serve. It was fun. And very quickly we forgot about, you know,
What
the
happened?
results. Exactly.
They're hitting, or making a lot of contact with Harmony White. Just fouling off her changeup, fouling off her hard stuff. She did tell me that she was going to be throwing her screwball more in this game today, usually relying more of her fastball, changeup, and a little bit of rise ball. But she said, I'm going to be throwing my screwball more today. I said, all right, let's see it.
This is going to be the 7th pitch to Sam Bradley.
Well, the other thing I'm noticing too, Amanda, is that she's throwing that changeup, but Florida is really doing a good job of letting everything travel and hitting the ball the opposite way, more right field than left field. Bono's ball that she hit was a little bit off speed and looped it into the outfield, so they're ready for that.
Towards right, just foul. That was the 8th pitch, too, that Sam Bradley has seen.
Off the bat, it looked like it might drop.
Another ball sent that way, like you were saying. Really making her work. Already 21 pitches thrown in this inning.
About half of those to Sam Bradley.
Yeah. Right. True.
It was an 0-2 count, and now it is full.
Which, as a reminder, the Little League softball pitchers do not have a pitch count for their eligibility. So that pitch count is just part of the game that we show you, but it does not matter in terms of them having to get pulled out of this game.
Goes to innings pitched instead of pitch count, which is different than the boys' Little League rules.
What an at-bat. Wow. 11 pitches?
Fantastic at bat. And that's your starting pitcher right there, Michelle.
Yeah, just doing a great job. The last 2 hitters have walked. I mean, and you mentioned it, Amanda, White does not walk a lot of hitters. So this Florida team is definitely prepared for and has a very good game plan against Harmony White.
Very good.
A single and 2 walks have loaded them up for Katara Thomas, the shortstop. Looking for her first hit off of Harmony White this week.
Oklahoma in a position now where they really have to be pulled up with the bases loaded. You can see the middles well up, making sure that they have the opportunity to get that ball home to Palmer Minor, the catcher.
Well, and they're going to need to be ready, too, because of the contact that Florida is making. They're not swinging and missing a lot, so the defense has to be on their toes to make a play here. In fact, Harmony White only has 1 swing and miss so far in this inning.
Two. Nope. Right on cue.
Thank you. A strikeout right here would be huge with the bases loaded.
Huge. In this situation, you either want to strike out or an infield pop-up, something where no opportunity for the runners to go anywhere.
Florida was 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position the first time against Oklahoma. Already 1 for 2 today. There's that strikeout looking.
They call her the lion in the circle, and she really roared with this strikeout here with the bases loaded, needing an out. Florida just threatening, having great at-bats off of her, got ahead of Thomas, and then finished her off. A fastball on the outside corner, spinning the ball up a little bit. It's a huge second out.
Huge.
There's 2 outs on the board. In Little League, you can use a courtesy runner for your pitcher and catcher, and it has to be the last recorded out, so that would be Katara Thomas. Because right now, Florida has both their catcher and their pitcher on base. Sam Bradley and Addison Bono.
Well, this is a huge opportunity for Oklahoma. Bases are loaded, obviously, for Florida as well. And they're going to actually put those runners in for both in this inning, give them the opportunity to get ready to go out for the bottom of the first. But if Oklahoma can get out of this, giving up just 1 run, this will be a massive, massive victory for them.
Acadia Graney up now for Florida. 300 hitter this week. And I think the courtesy runners need to switch. Yeah, so the last recorded out is what is supposed to be the courtesy runner. So because of the order, they're going to flip-flop there. So Katara Thomas is going to be at third, and Layla Holton will be at first.
It's tricky when both the pitcher and catcher are on the bases at the same time with 2 outs. It makes things a little bit more challenging. Look at these swings and misses, Michelle, that she's getting with runners with the bases loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since we said that stat sheet only had 1 swing and miss, I think she's gotten 2 since then, plus the punch out. I was looking.
Yeah, the punch out looking was a good pitch. A couple of these swing and misses are on pitches up at the eyeballs. Another really good pitch at the top of the zone. Deep breath, Graney.
Harmony White is clutch.
Wow.
Florida, though, scores 1. They got on several times and put pressure on Oklahoma, but scoring first has been huge at the World Series. However, White limits the damage. She had 2 strikeouts with the bases loaded.
Greene County Muskegee. This is a Tulsa, Oklahoma team, Tulsa National Little League. Their batting order runs 1 through 10 with Riley Whited up at the top of the order, and she was 2 for 3 in that game against Florida on Monday, the first meeting with these 2 teams. And Sam Bradley is going to be in the circle.
And Bradley threw a little bit against this Oklahoma team in game 1. She's done a good job of limiting damage in this World Series. 13 strikeouts, 5 base on balls. Has given up just 2 earned runs. She throws a good fastball up and down in the zone, as well as a little bit of a baby curve and a changeup.
I love a baby curve.
Baby curve.
Me too.
And immediately the first pitch hits Riley Whited, and she is on. They're gonna make her come back.
I think they're, let's see what they say.
she not try to move?
Oh, yeah, no, she
Yeah.
didn't. And you could see her arm is actually, looks like it's hanging over the river, a little bit of the plate.
Just takes it.
She's not even wearing the arm guard.
I know.
She's tough. But from that angle there, it looks like she's hanging over a little bit out of the box, and so it hits her out of the box. That's why
They're saying that you like didn't try to get out of the way, whatever. That's a bull crap. I know.
So what the argument is her arm was leaning over outside of the box. She didn't try to get out of the way of that pitch.
You can see that's a great angle there of her elbow being in the river. And the river, you do have to make an attempt to get out of the way of a pitch that is coming in that area.
Yeah, I think that is a good call, only because you have to give the pitcher the ability to throw on the inner half.
And I think Ryan Bono has come out of the box asking if it is a ball or a strike. It should be a ball. It was a ball. All right, so now she's got to refocus and step back in against Sam Bradley.
I think she got more on the plate. She's crowding the plate a little bit more. And Bono was set up on the outside corner, and that pitch just actually bled inside. But you could tell Riley Whited was fired up about that not being a hit by pitch. They just moved her up to the leadoff spot because of how much she's been getting on base. So trying to get on base for her team any way that she can.
And Bradley going right back to the inner half, challenging her.
Foul ball. The coaches told us Riley Whited, who's at bat right now, and she plays the game at 1,000 miles per hour. They feel like she's explosive on both sides of the ball. She's also a competitive power lifter, guys.
She's a tough kid.
And foul ball. She takes hitting lessons with Talon Edwards, who played at Oklahoma State and then transferred to Texas A&M. And Talon was actually in Waco watching the games. Then she was actually here in North Carolina, too.
Got to see her yesterday.
And what you really need to know is the braids in her hair. I asked about those before the game. She said she only puts them in for big tournaments. So this World Series qualifies.
Yes. Qualifies, absolutely. Probably one of the biggest ever tournaments she's played in.
For sure. Already early in this game, though, the intensity level is so high. We can feel it in the booth. I'm sure you watching might be able to pick up on it a little bit, but second time these two teams have faced, and it's an elimination game. You don't want to lose.
Now, the first of 2 elimination games today. We'll see Japan and Indiana later tonight at 7 Eastern here on ESPN2. If you win this game, you move on to tomorrow's bracket championship. You win that game, and you are in the World Series championship game on Sunday at 3 Eastern on ABC. So tomorrow, kind of like the semifinals.
What a great at-bat. Especially being able to calm herself down after being a little fired up about that hit by pitch and getting called back. Now work this to a full count.
That was 7 pitches ago, Amanda. Old news. High up in the air. And good communication. Rachel Lester coming in from left field.
perfect example. It's always easier to make those catches coming in than going out. You got to continue to talk to your teammates. Good job by Florida to wrangle that first out.
Cameron Helton next up for Oklahoma. Her sister Cheney Helton plays softball for Oklahoma, and Patty Gasso gave her permission, even though the team's reported to come here and cheer on her sister. There's Cheney in the stands. So cool that they have her as a role model. A lot of these Oklahoma Little League players put her as their favorite softball player.
You know, Oklahoma softball is a huge deal, especially in that state.
Madison Bono's got it. Well, you know, the AU players were here, and so this Oklahoma team actually got to have breakfast a few days ago with T.R.A. Jennings.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
One of the all-time greats for Oklahoma.
It's a big deal.
Now 2 down for Tatum Frisbee. If she won the lottery, guys, she'd buy NBA Finals tickets.
Oh, it's a good choice.
It's expensive.
Yeah, well, that's why she
That
can only
makes
do it if she
sense.
wins the lottery. Tatum actually won the MLB's pitch, hit, and run competition 2 times. She's a 3-time finalist at that event.
It's athleticism right there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Multi-tool athlete. Gotta love that.
And we mentioned this is the 2nd time the state of Oklahoma has made the World Series. They won it in 2021, and her cousin Lily Beveridge was on that team.
Yeah, Coach Arias said that, it's the manager for Oklahoma, said that they kind of roam in the same circles as that group that won it a few years ago. I'm sure served as inspiration to get here.
Acadia Graney. Man, trying everything she's got to get that ball.
Well, Greeny is amped up. When Addison Bono caught that pop-up, she showed a lot of emotion. She's going hard today. You can feel it from each of these players.
Celebrating every out, almost like it's the last out.
Absolutely,
That's
knowing how
awesome.
important it is and
Yes.
how closely matched these two teams are.
100%.
I mean, it feels like we're deep into this ball game, and it's the first inning.
I know.
We still have 2 more days after today
Right. That's right.
to play games. Love it. This event just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more meaningful.
It's incredible.
And we started the tournament, the World Series, on Sunday with 12 teams. Now down to 6. We'll eliminate 2 today.
It's 2 strikes. Play.
Seventh pitch coming to Tatum Frisbee. Oklahoma's already had an 8-pitch at bat to start this game. It's jammed just out of reach of Bradley, and the throw off the line to first. So Frisbee trying to make it to second, does it with ease.
Even if Oklahoma doesn't end up scoring in this inning, it just feels like a win. These long at-bats that they're having, just some gritty intensity in the box. Like, it just feels like a win. And to be able to get somebody on and make Sam Bradley throw some extra pitches in this inning, because Harmony White threw so many at the top of the first.
Well, the momentum of being able to get out of that bases loaded jam. I mean, this Oklahoma team is bowing up.
See if they can take advantage of the error. Palmer Minor first pitch. Faith Miller's got it. And Oklahoma leaves the tying run in scoring position. Man, what a first inning in this elimination game.
And Bryn wrote on hers, I want to be a breast cancer surgeon so that I can help save all the moms out there.
Just an awesome story. We are so glad both Erica and Jess are doing well. And both girls wrote on their questionnaire and talked to us about how softball was an outlet for them when they were going through that. Their moms were battling. They had each other on the softball field to step away from everything that was going on off the field.
Especially, too, Bryn is the youngest player on this team, too. So just to be able to have somebody and understand what you're going through. And even, I mean, gosh, her new goal to be that breast cancer surgeon as her dream job, just really, really touching.
It was super touching. It's a community, right? A community of people supporting each other.
Rachel Lester, who has been one of the hottest hitters in this tournament, actually has the highest average this week at the World Series. She is on.
It's a really good job of going the opposite way. This Florida team super prepared. Everything they are hitting is inside out, really trying to drive the ball to right field, even for the righties in that box. Big leadoff hit for Lester.
Florida sent 7 batters to the plate in the first inning, and they were able to score on a single from Addison Bono. That's the difference right now, but you see Florida's offense this week, over 336 hits. Now, they have played, of course, the most games at the tournament, too. This is their 5th game of the week.
Well, and one of the keys is the extra base hits that they have been able to hit for power into the gap. Obviously, Bono's home run over the fence. At this age level, you don't always see a lot of extra base hits unless you're able to get one into the gap.
I think the approach that they need to take against Harmony White is that they cannot chase up and out of the zone. It's what they did with the bases loaded, and she had 2 strikeouts during that time because they started to go with her up pitch and swing and miss at it.
You can hear the coaches saying.
Caden Hughes, slow roller to second. Throw is there just in time from Cameron Helton. It does allow Rachel Lester to move to scoring position, though.
That's a tricky play for Cameron Helton. Watch how she fields this. Actually just grabs it with her bare hand and assists with her glove. It doesn't go into her glove and assist with her bare hand. Usually it's the opposite, but my goodness, she was determined to make it out. Patty Gasso would love that defense right there. She loves her D.
And a good job also by Caden Hughes to hit that the opposite way, right? So now that's a productive out. I mean, all those little things that make a big difference in big games like this.
And here's Bryn Fieser. Told you about her dream job and the reason behind it. She told us not only is her mom her role model because of her fight, but also because she helped teach her how to pitch. The time was called on the first base side.
Something was handed from Bella Hood to one of the coaches. Not sure what it was. Oh, she had to get rid of her gum.
No time like the present.
That's the thing when you're this age.
Sometimes you got to switch it out, get a new piece.
Exactly. Lost its flavor. It's too hard. It's hurting your jaw.
The first inning was intense, so. Bryn Fieser has Rachel Lester on second. Led off this inning with her 7th hit this week. That's going to be a 3rd strikeout for Harmony White. She just looks different. She's more fired up today in the circle.
looks very different.
Well, yeah, you can just see the way that she's working that pitch on the outer half. You know, she's worked around a couple of walks in that first inning, but she's been stellar since.
And for how much she was worrying about her ankle, or seemingly worrying about her ankle last night in the game, she threw really well last night. Just offense didn't score their run support.
Only gave up a hit, struck out 9.
For her feeling that ankle last night after she had rolled her ankle in warm-ups before the game, she threw really well. But now you're seeing her just not worry about it as much and just be able to pitch through it, not be scared that she's going to hurt it more, wake up feeling a little bit better about it today. You can tell it's wrapped up, her right leg, right ankle, I should say.
And their manager, Jonathan Arias, told us too pregame he felt like the team was a little worried for her and played that way yesterday.
The energy starts in the circle with every team. The pitcher sets the tone, just like the leadoff hitter can set the tone as well. And when she's holding back a little bit, I think the rest of the team might hold back and be a little bit fearful, worried about her, worried about losing, if she's not going to be on as much as she was the day before she pitched.
This is Faith Miller, the bottom of the order for Florida. Indiana in the house. We're going to see them take the field tonight, 7 Eastern here on ESPN2 in an elimination game against Japan.
That'll be a great one, too. Games today are just top level.
Energy is with Harmony White right now, back to back.
How about Harmony White getting it done? Top of the zone, she is just feeling it. A couple of strikeouts in the first and the second, 4 on the game. Harmony White, she's feeling it and loving it. I love that.
Yeah, who knows who's going to make it to that championship game on Sunday. It could be any of the 6 teams we have remaining here. We will eliminate 2 today. This right here is an elimination game. Second meeting between Oklahoma and Florida. Oklahoma won the first one on Monday, 2-1. Hannah Arias, the left fielder, will lead off, facing Sam Bradley in the circle. And for Sam Bradley in the circle, she has some older brothers, Michael and Mason, and she told us one of her favorite things is practicing softball with her brothers. They encourage her to work so hard, and she'll actually pitch with them in the front yard, and that's one of her favorite things to do.
A lot of times it's a family affair, right? Brothers or sisters or mom or dad maybe catching you or hitting you fly balls. Don't always have a chance to get to the fields with your teammates, so you use the siblings or the neighbors.
These people are lucky. Only child speaking here. Yeah. That would be nice.
I think, did your mom sit on a bucket and catch for you?
She did probably until I was about 10.
Yeah.
You know, so for like 2 years now, she's like, okay, I'm out after that. Yeah, but Dad got the bucket time. Such a great time.
No, right?
Hannah Arias lifting it up, sliding in is Layla Holton. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I feel like Layla Holton is going to be one of those players that we're seeing in Oklahoma City at the Women's College World Series. She just has this huge presence. She is just so in every pitch in center field, waiting for the ball to come to her so that she can make plays like this. She knows she's capable, fearless. She's like, kind of gets up and is not even surprised. Like, yeah, this is just what I do in center field. Her pitcher loves it, and Reagan Bills showed appreciation for that as well. One down for Florida.
I mean, her manager told us she brings the swag. You can see it. Fair ball on the first pitch. Flaminia Littlejohn. And a big smile on her face. She is the tying run at second.
Look how aggressive she is. She's going to get this ball down the line. Really good job by Lou to dive at that. Look at the excitement. It's nothing better than that.
Maybe asking
Yeah, if it's fair or foul.
Addison about fair or foul. Yeah, and also Lou, if she had touched it, it did look like she touched it in fair territory when she dove it just a little bit.
Yes.
Well, that was Ryan Bono, the manager, who came out for Florida. His daughter is Addison Bono, the catcher. Oklahoma left the tying run in scoring position in the last inning. Now they've got it back there with a double from Milana Flaminio Littlejohn. Well, pitcher versus pitcher.
That's just the second extra base hit of this World Series for Oklahoma, so that's big.
Coach Arias said, you know, we're just struggling to get the offense going, especially at the regional. They hit under 200 and still made their way here.
Yeah, and it's these situations, runners in scoring position.
Yeah, they only have 2 hits with runners in scoring position this week.
Yeah.
Really relied on Harmony White, who's at bat now.
Look at her toes. She is so far on that white line. They're almost over.
Wild pitch. Advancing the runner. As Flaminio Littlejohn slides in safely.
Getting her foot in there.
And of course, in Little League, you must slide feet first unless you're going back to a base. So now she's 60 feet away from tying this game.
And Milana had been their leadoff hitter through regionals and the beginning of this World Series, and they kind of moved her down the lineup, put Whited up at the top, and looks like it kind of sparked her moving down to the 6th spot, but getting a chance to lead off this inning with 1 out and find a way on and over.
I used her speed that the coaches talked about to advance on that wild pitch. Ball and 2 strikes to Harmony White.
We have seen so many hitters crowd the plate in this World Series. That definitely has been a trend. I feel like more times that we've said that in these games than ever before. Everybody just right on top of the plate.
What does that do to a pitcher?
Well, it puts pressure on them, right? Because then you feel like you have to thread the needle when you throw to the inner half, or it forces you to throw more toward the outer half. And it's specifically been her back foot. Look at that back foot, like right here. It almost looks like it's over that chalk line.
In foul territory.
And so Florida's been mostly throwing to the outer half of the plate because she is so far on the plate. Especially at this age group, it's tough to really throw a good inside pitch at the knees where you're confident that you're not going to pluck the batter.
You feel it, you notice it, and you get scared that you're going to hit them.
Yeah.
It's in the back of your mind for sure.
So the first base umpire is calling an illegal pitch, but that's the home plate umpire's call. So it's a ball to the batter.
A little effort to get reason why.
I think it was a handball on the glove violation.
Just epic battles, and Sam Bradley wins that one.
How about Sam Bradley kind of bowing up a little bit? Illegal pitch, right? She gets a ball called on her. The umpire comes over, and she's like, that's all right. I'm still going to pound the glove on the upper part of the zone. Look at the movement on this pitch. It's a little up, a little out. And she gets Harmony White to swing through that for a huge second out with a runner at third.
Now the first baseman, Bella Hood.
Michelle, you think she's throwing a little baby curve, baby rise? Kind of bringing it together. They told us fastball mainly, and then she'll work her curveball as well as her changeup. But you're seeing this bit of upspin that she has right now.
So it's multiple planes, you know, it's pretty big stuff.
So what makes it a baby curve? It just curves a little bit?
Little baby curve,
Just a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit of bite. I don't know, that was pretty big girl bite right there.
She's gotten 2 swings and misses since that illegal pitch. How about that?
Yeah.
Her first 2 swings and misses.
Well struck ball by Bella Hood plates the tying run.
That's a big deal right there by Bella Hood. Come up with 2 outs, runner at third base, down by 1 run, and you get the RBI that ties up this game after your teammate just struck out in front of you.
Yeah, that pitch is supposed to be a little bit more outside. It kind of leaks back into the zone, and Hood just takes advantage.
She now has had a hit in all 3 of their games here at the World Series, but that her first RBI this week. The right fielder, Jaylee Littlejohn, a big fan of the movie The Sandlot.
Oh, classic.
I feel like this time of year I always have to rewatch it.
Yes, multiple times. It is a multiple time movie for sure.
She is a little superstitious, guys, but I love her superstition. Pre-game, she tells herself self-affirmations.
Love it. Beyond her ears with that one.
It.
I've been impressed with Bradley, the way that she's still going after these hitters, trying to intimidate her, be up on the inside corner.
And do things like that right there.
Yeah.
2 Ks in the inning for Sam Bradley, but Oklahoma ties this elimination game.
How about this Oklahoma team? They are having some fun, and they have knotted this game up. Knowing the importance of being able to knot up that scoreboard is huge for Oklahoma.
Years ago, all the pins that they got from trading, I went up and looked at it. There's a pin from Japan that they got to trade with, Florida. I did ask, and we all asked, does it smell? They've kept very good care of it, put some Febreze on it. That and some pictures are the only things that they have from when he was playing Little League 23 years ago. Mom gets very nervous, by the way, always on the edge of her seat.
So we wanted to make her more nervous by sticking a camera in her face. She's a great sport. I love that. And I mean, yesterday we got to saw a mom who played in the World Series in 1996. She had her hat. I love that they still have his hat with all the pins.
Big part of the Little League tradition is collecting pins, designing the pins, which happens earlier in the year so that you can order them and get them in on time for the summer.
You got to plan these things.
100%.
Well, Henna is their only child, so that's how Coach Arias got into this. So playing that Little League baseball himself, but now I'll give it back to Little League softball. He said he did admit to me in the regional that he loved softball even more than baseball, which tends to happen. I mean, we do hear that a lot from people.
And we're okay with it.
And we're okay with that. We want some more softball fans. You watch it, you fall in love with it, no matter which level you're watching it at.
Softball dads are the best, right? And moms, of course. But
Yes.
the softball dads.
Well, this is the top of the order for Florida. First time through the order, 3 for 9. She started this game with a double.
That was mashed. We have seen Lou take some really healthy cuts. A lot of hitters will choke up a little bit, shorten up with 2 strikes. No. She's like, I'm going to go yard. And Harmony White's like, she's always the same. She's always got that cute little smile.
Alana did say in her questionnaire, guys, that she plays Little League to prove everyone that said she couldn't wrong. So whoever put that chip on her shoulder,
Yes.
Florida is thanking you.
That's right.
She's so good. Now, I'm shocked that anybody would say that she couldn't. She is strong, fundamentally sound, loves the game.
And you can see the intensity in her eyes. When I spoke with her before games this week, you could just see she is amped.
Lifting it to center. Miliana Flaminio Littlejohn crashing in. We'll follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more available in the App Store for Apple and Android devices. Indiana waiting. They'll be our second elimination game of the day, taking on Japan later tonight at 7 Eastern. Layla Holton pops up. Palmer Minor grabbed it.
This is a couple of big outs here to get the top of the order out for Florida. Lou and Holton and Bono, they just all are so good. And right now they got Lou, they got Holton, and now they get to face Bono, the home run hitter, with nobody on base, which just always is a big deal. Look at that, another little smile from Minor. Loving playing with this team and catching Harmony White. They have great synergy together, and Harmony White celebrates every out for her teammates.
Great adjustments by White. First inning is part of the lineup. She threw over 30 pitches in that inning.
Well, and Florida has gotten their leadoff hitter on in the first 2 innings. Finally got that leadoff hitter out in this inning, but had to pitch under duress in the first 2 innings. Feels much nicer to pitch with nobody on and 2 outs, that's for sure.
Addison Bono in the first inning had the RBI single.
Well, it's interesting, too, because in that first inning, Florida was very disciplined, laying off the high pitch, letting everything travel, and hitting the ball the opposite way. As of late, they've been swinging through that high pitch. So Harmony White continuing to go upstairs.
She hasn't thrown her changeup all that much. It's a pitch that she likes to go to, and unique pitch for her because she puts 2 knuckles on the ball to throw that changeup, puts it deep into her palm, but she hasn't been going to it as much. You can still tell she's a little bit limpy when she walks back to the back of the circle.
It was yesterday in warm-ups that Harmony White tweaked her right ankle, pitched through it, but Before this game, they told us feeling a lot better.
The ball just sounds different coming off of her bat as well as Alana Liu. A lot of these Florida hitters, actually, I mean, hitting is their strength. Hitting over 300 as a team in the Little League Softball World Series.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
She's a hard worker. She really hones her
Play.
hitting skills.
I like it too. Even she just constantly works the count too. Even when she falls behind, Harmony White got ahead of her, but she has a really good eye, fouls off pitches, just does not make it easy for a pitcher to make her a quick out.
And she understands the battery game. Being a catcher, she understands, you know, what pitchers are trying to do, trying to elevate, trying to get her to chase.
Struck well, but Riley Whited makes the play at shortstop, and our score holds.
First 3-up, 3-down inning that we've had in this game, and it goes to Oklahoma. This is an intense game, a lot of pressure put on these defenses. It's an elimination game, and I still love to see these smiles.
It'll be the bottom of the order for Oklahoma, Macy Metcalf. You know, neither one of these teams unfamiliar with playing in elimination games. Had to do it at regionals.
Each one of them won 4 elimination games, so both of them comfortable being in this position. And crazy stat about Oklahoma is that they knocked out every other team in the regional. They were the ones that eliminated them, so they played everybody, went through the elimination games, and won the championship to make it here.
Ended up beating that Louisiana team who was a runner-up last year. Beat them in the regional championship.
And these teams are different with how they use their pitchers. Oklahoma really focuses on using Harmony White. Florida splits time between Sam Bradley and Caden Hugh, who's in the dugout right now. And I got tagged in a really cute post from their pitching coach. It said that a year ago they started to do buddy lessons together as Sam Bradley gets to strike out there. Week after week, they come to lessons and work on mechanics and every single game scenario that they could think of and the mental side of pitching. But they started to believe in themselves more even when days started to feel heavy. But their goal together was to win the Little League Softball World Series. And so it was cool to get tagged in that and know that they created that buddy system together to become better teammates and motivators and actually true friends that get now to work together and pitch together and share this time.
Yeah, that's great.
Top of the order with Riley Whited.
It's good to continue to have a partner, so to speak, motivate you, right? Continue to hold you accountable. Look at their numbers together. Impressive.
And it kind of mirrors the college game, right? Because we're seeing more college teams have to rely on a pitching staff as opposed to just one arm.
Yeah. Hopefully gone are the days of the same pitcher throwing 3 games in a day. And
Riley Whited has been so tough at the plate. She had an 8-pitch at bat in the first, and now a nice hit ball to left.
she just has so much energy, and she's attacking immediately. You can see that pitch up in the zone. She keeps that foot down so she doesn't really stride. She just steadies her eyes, and look at the react. She's dancing. She's always just smiling and enjoying every aspect of the game. When I spoke with her before the game, she's like, I'm really nervous. I think you're really excited. And she's like, no, I'm really nervous. I think you're going to be just fine. And you can see, that looks like she's just having a blast.
She's had a big week. Got to meet one of her favorite players, too, Sis Bates, earlier in the week. Cameron Helton trying to bunt her teammate over, and she does. Riley Whited into scoring position. I was so excited, had to post the photo of her and Sis on her Instagram.
Yeah, Sis plays shortstop. Whited plays shortstop, so huge deal to get a chance to meet her. The entire Oklahoma team was raving about Sis Bates and just how awesome she is and nice and sweet. All the things that we're used to saying about Sis Bates, they got to experience firsthand.
The best shortstops in the game.
Tatum Frisbee. And Whited getting a big lead off of that second base. Tatum Frisbee reached on an error in the first. Her had a 7-pitch at bat. Hits this one back to Bradley. And Sam Bradley was fired up. After 3 innings, knotted at a run apiece.
Promote the safety of the children on the field, on and off the field. It's pretty amazing.
I love too, in reading the questionnaires that these athletes fill out, they talk about how they love to play Little League because it's less stress than travel ball. It's fun. Everybody gets to bat. They get to learn. They get to play new positions that maybe they don't play on their travel ball team.
There's a lot of stress on young players, and I feel like it just keeps getting younger and younger.
You gotta wait till I put the ball in play.
How many Whites anxious to throw that first pitch? Umpire is not ready yet, but it's nice to see the smiles, the looseness of playing that you see on this field, and just the overall pride of representing your community, playing with your neighbors.
It's Bianca Vandenberg leading off this inning for Florida.
And it was cool to see how many first-time appearances that we've had from Little Leagues. Both of these teams are first-time appearances here, and seeing Japan here for the first time. Brazil representing South America for the first time. We've never had a team from South America, but the team just, or excuse me, the Little League leagues keep continuing to expand and grow all over.
Harmony White starting off this inning with a strikeout. 5 of them now. And these are the Little Leagues that are making their debuts. And like you mentioned, Japan and Brazil. You see Japan warming up. We're going to see them in our next game at 7 Eastern against Indiana.
Yeah, tune in to that one at 7 Eastern. That Japan team is so much fun to watch play. And Indiana as well. That will be a great game at 7 Eastern.
Pitcher versus pitcher. Sam Bradley. If she won the lottery, Starbucks every day, guys.
Probably multiple times a day if you won the lottery. You can go
You can own one.
Yeah, you can own one. Yeah, now that's the dream maybe right there for some people.
Riley Whited hops up. The Banana Ball World Tour rolls on tomorrow from Coors Field in Denver. The Savannah Bananas take on the Firefighters, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on ESPN2 and ESPN+.
It's been a nail biter in an elimination game here. Goodness.
Quick reflexes from Palmer Minor and a quick inning. Still tied up, 1-1.
Home to say, hey, we're going to work out twice a week, every week, and have that goal to get here, get to the Little League World Series.
Palmer Minor First pitch is grabbed by Alana Liu.
That's so true, Michelle. We do hear that a lot, that whether a team lost its state before they got here or lost at the regional round, if there are players returning that are still eligible in that age group, they get together, set a goal, and say, this is something that we're working toward, and it starts in August until we make it next summer.
The exposure, right? Just seeing all these games on the ESPN platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Inspires these young athletes.
Katara Thomas was diving. Oh, and Hannah Arias just beats it out.
Good hit, but hit the ball hard.
This ball well struck into the 5-6 hole. Thomas is going to glove it. And look at the way she has the strength to be able to throw from her knees, make it close over at first. Granny over at first always has very good stretches. Arias able to beat that out for a base hit.
Yeah, Katia Graney trying her best to stretch it out at first, but it's going to be that hit for Hannah Arias. Flaminio Littlejohn. And it was hit so hard, Lou had trouble corralling it. That is 2 on.
Usually that's a play that Alana Liu is easily able to make. So Thomas knocked down that ball, and then it was Lou who knocked down that bunt, got away from her, and then with the speed of Flaminio Littlejohn, able to quickly get down to first. So much speed from her at first base.
Harmony White. Looking to adjust against Sam Bradley after Sam struck her out in the second inning. Oklahoma just 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Well, they were trying to check the runner at first. It rolls out to right field. Runners advance.
A little bit of miscommunication between Bono and Graney over at first. Acadia was off the bag. She called it. Looks like she was saying to the dugout that she called a pickoff.
Let's not do too much. We're trying to do a little too much right now, okay? Sam, pitching great. Did a great job. Hey, they're in a bunt situation with a power hitter up. She can still bunt, okay? Let's try and hit our spots here. If the bunt is not hard at you, Sam, you can't go home. That's going to have to take it out to 1. But be smart. A pretty decent runner. Really good wheels on second base, okay? Our corners, just play in front of the bag and watch hands, okay? Let's hit our spots here. Let's hit our spots. Let's go. Come on. Hey, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Don't do too much. Just stay in your game. Outfield.
It's a good little defensive chat right there, just to give everybody some very important reminders of ball comes here at this speed, then do this. Don't try to do too much.
A couple of errors in this inning have helped Oklahoma get 2 in scoring position. The go-ahead run at third.
A walk doesn't hurt you too bad here with first base open and take pressure off your defense to have a forced any bag.
And they are going to walk her. In Little League, they can just say, we want to intentionally walk this hitter.
But Bella Hood is the one that had the RBI.
100%.
But it's still
all over your fingers.
Think you get a sour gummy worm if you make it to first?
Hey, ground ball, we got to move.
Yeah, Bella Hood had that RBI single in the second inning. It was a really nice swing.
Yeah, I think based on the count, it might, you know, probably not a bad idea, but pressure's on right now.
First pitch strike from Sam Bradley.
Bradley going back to that outer half of the plate. The pitch that Hood hit kind of leaked back into the zone, so we'll see if they try to stay outside. Infield pulled well in for Florida.
That was a good swing right there.
Really good swing. I love how chill she is. Bella Hood is always just
leaning on her bat.
yeah, exactly. It's all good.
She's a pitcher, too, when
Yeah.
she's that calm.
Yeah.
One of their other pitchers on the team. And she is so calm that it just seems like she just throws her barrel at the pitch. Like she doesn't just try too hard or overcorrect as she's trying to just breathe through this moment. But she just has some quick hands to these pitches. Like see ball, hit ball is her mentality.
Big K for Sam Bradley.
You could see the sign come down by Bono that it was going to supposed to be far off the plate as an 0-2 count. It actually kind of comes over the plate, the white a little bit too much. I love the way that Hood puts a good swing on it, but a really good changeup with the bases loaded. Wow.
And now Jaylee Littlejohn will look for her first hit of the World Series. Can Oklahoma take advantage of a couple of errors by Florida in this inning? Go-ahead run at third.
And these pitchers that we've had in this game, Sam Bradley, Harmony White, going head-to-head, they have been so good with runners on base. It's like their game has elevated when there's been runners in scoring position. Many of their strikeouts have come with runners on.
Jaylee Littlejohn, Layla Holton, tried and true in center field. Bases stay loaded, and Florida gets out of it.
How about the defense for Florida coming up with the bases loaded? Holton coming in, giving the love, saying, let's go, let's go. Let's put some runs off the board, getting some love from Hugh, her pitcher in the dugout.
Had a 1-0 lead in this elimination game. Oklahoma was able to tie it in the bottom of the second inning, but both teams have left the bases loaded in this game.
The pitchers have big time stepped up to make pitches and taken the game into their own hands with strikeouts in those situations. Sam Bradley and Harmony White, we have another pitcher's duel. It seems like every time Harmony White has pitched in the World Series, it's been a pitcher's duel. All of Oklahoma's games have been one-run games, the 2 games prior to this.
Acadia Graney, the first baseman at the plate. Coaches tell us that Acadia is one of the most improved players, has a great work ethic, and that's paid off for her. She's the tallest on the team at 5'8".
2 strikes.
Florida started this game 2 for 3 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Since then, 1 for 12. Harmony White has struck out 5. No runs.
The last 2 innings have been retired in order. I mean, that's tough to do, and she's done it back-to-back.
Well, and in the first game,
Greeny's saying this hit her hand.
It'll depend too on
She's attempting to swing.
Yeah, if she's attempting to swing, and then to me it did look like she held the barrel back, but then it goes back to if the pitch location was in that river area, she kind of moved into it because she's starting her swing, but if the entire ball is in the box, then that should be a hit by pitch.
They are reviewing this.
So here you almost have to be careful, because if they decide that she swings and it hits her with 2 strikes, she actually could be called out.
A lot to look at in the whole hit by pitch situation at every level.
Either way, it probably doesn't feel great on your hand.
No. Harmony throws with good velocity too, and that hurts when your hand gets in between your bat and the ball.
And they will give her first base.
And I think that's because the entire ball was in the batter's box and her barrel did not come through. Like if that wouldn't have hit her and she just would have held her barrel back as like a check swing, that would not have been a strike called. So Coach Arias trying to get the explanation for it, but I think that has everything to do with the location of the pitch and the fact that it did hit her while that full pitch was in the box.
Well, so now with the leadoff on, that means that one of the best hitters in the World Series this week, who already has a single in this game, Rachel Lester, will step up. 7 hits this week. Has the highest batting average among any player here this week. Came into the game hitting .600.
And this game is a lot like the first, because Florida started the game against Harmony White 2 for 2 and scored a run. And they finished the game 2 for 16 with no runs, and White retired 9 of the last 10. So it has really similar vibes from that first game where Florida scored early and then their bats quieted down. The second time through the order, she has been very good against them.
Really good.
Yeah, that first meeting was on Monday. Oklahoma won it 2-1. A hit by a pitch with the bases loaded scored the eventual winning run.
And I feel like Florida's energy has kind of gone down since the beginning of the game. Their parents were a little bit louder, more into it. And it's been more quiet over here down the third base line.
And part of that is probably because Harmony White retired 9 in a row consecutively. So she's given up a hit, and then after the hit, she gave up to Lester, who was in the box. She retired 9 in a row until Greeny was hit on the hand. It's pretty impressive.
And she walks.
Ladies, we meet with all the managers before the tournament started, and we talk with Jonathan Arias. He made a point to share with us that he has some girls that have been diagnosed with ADHD and autism, and how important it was for him as a coach to understand how these girls work, how their brains work differently, and the understanding that there may be times he needs to show them grace or more patience. And then in today's day and age of coaching, sometimes you're too quick to say, you got to keep up with us. You got to go to our system. And that's not necessarily the best for every athlete and every student. And what these girls have taught him is that because their brains work differently, doesn't mean that they get away with more, but there's certain situations where you have to say, okay, I'm going to afford you some grace here. And I think when we all heard that, it kind of struck us and made an impression on us.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. And I'm so glad that we got to talk about this, because he told us, you know, there being kids that are being overlooked or misunderstood because of a diagnosis, and that needs to change.
It just takes a little patience, creativity, and a willingness, in his words, to truly understand them and let them contribute to this team.
Yeah, the opportunities that they too deserve, right? I think that's important.
All the years of doing this, I don't think a coach has quite brought that to our attention or made a point to talk about that in the way that Coach Arias did this World Series.
He's just pulling in his outfield. Asking little John in center to come in.
Caden Hugh is at the plate, 0-2 on via a hit by a pitch and a walk.
These free passes are just so uncharacteristic of Harmony White, but I think it says a lot about Florida. She gets a strikeout there, going up with the rise ball. 6th strikeout of the day for Harmony White. My goodness, there have now been 6 strikeouts for her. 5 of the 6 have come with at least a runner in scoring position as Hugh chases that rise ball. That has been effective in this game.
Here's Bryn Feeser. I hope she wore her crazy hat today. If you're a Florida fan, that's her superstition. She wears crazy hats on game day.
It says so much about the mindset of both of our pitchers that we have pitching today. Being able to work through these jams and not waver, pitch with their back against the wall. There's so many pitchers who struggle with the nerves in these situations and the adrenaline and how to handle it and let the game and moment get too big. But these pitchers have been so good with runners on.
And if there was a chance to make a play, Palmer Minor was going to do it.
She was yelling ball the entire time, running up against the fence, the whole time calling it.
She's been really solid behind the plate for Oklahoma.
A couple of pop-ups that she's caught, 3 to be exact. But that's the one thing that this Florida team has done is they've popped up only 1 ball, 1 out on the ground.
Well, there was a lot of success with teams yesterday hitting the ball on the ground. It created a lot of errors, a lot of havoc, a lot of chaos, and led to runs for the winning teams yesterday.
Rolling to Frisbee and out into left field. Diving back to third is Acadia Graney. It's okay to go headfirst back to a base in Little League.
Well, we were just talking about it. Put the ball on the ground, and that's exactly what Feeser does here. And it's just going to get through the wickets there, Frisbee. And then coach puts the brakes on because the outfield was pulled in. I don't know. I might have pushed it. I might have been wheeling my arm around, sending her home, make the play.
I could feel that for you on the from you in the live play.
Yeah.
You wanted her to go.
Now the bottom of the order, Faith Miller. Second time Florida's had the bases loaded.
Harmony White, sometimes when she gets a strike, she'll act like she has a sword, and she goes from her upper right shoulder down to her left hip. That's what just happened after that last swing and miss on the rise ball.
Faith Miller bunts back, they throw home. And Palmer Minor applies the tag to keep Florida from taking the lead.
Another big out and just a bunt. Hit a little bit too hard, and Harmony White ready for it. Of course, that play is much easier with a force out at home rather than having to make the tag if there was just runners in second and third. Just trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
This is the top of the order, though, and you know Florida loves that Alana Liu is at the plate right now. Started the game off with a double. In their last game against Washington, she was 3 for 4 with 4 RBI and a triple. Can Florida retake the lead?
Third time through the lineup. So if Liu tries to lay off that pitch up in the zone.
You hear the chants, Liu.
There is nowhere to put her.
No. Ooh. Wow.
Oh, there's a ball in foul territory.
And something
And
else.
a glove? A glove?
Yeah.
Some souvenirs?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Nice pitch by White, working that inner half on a hitter's count.
And Liu with one swing could just really break it open.
She did it yesterday. She had a bases clearing triple.
This one will get jammed up, and Oklahoma's got to play at any base, and they make it. Tatum Frisbee. Whoo, drama.
Wow. Harmony White just continues to wiggle out of these jams. Her defense steps up, barely gets that foot in there, but they had the bases loaded, less than 2 outs, and they did not give up a run.
And the bottom of the 5th inning, we're going to see a new pitcher in the circle. We told you that Florida has been taking the pitching staff approach, and so Caden Hugh will take over for Sam Bradley.
Sam Bradley did a great job talking about stepping up. 3 of her 4 strikeouts came with runners in scoring position. For White, 5 of 6 with runners in scoring position. Now Caden Hugh will enter, and she's pitched a ton here at the World Series. Very comfortable on this field, ready for this moment.
Yeah, she's got a good curve and rise as well. A changeup. Had a couple of really good outings controlling the strike zone.
Yeah, Oklahoma has seen her for 3 innings, and she was able to get 3 strikeouts. Bottom of the order with Macy Metcalf. There's the first strike fired in from Hugh.
Yeah, and the one thing that you notice, the difference between Hugh and Bradley is that Hugh does really like to use that inner half of the plate. See if Oklahoma can make some adjustments on that pitch now on the inside.
Macy Metcalf rolls a bunt. Alana Liu cleans it up. Well, you can find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Maybe they're looking at some TikToks right now?
Something, social something.
I hope Deputy Barkley
Be getting tagged. Yeah.
is doing some Little League TikToks. Oh, Indiana is TikToking as we speak.
They're floss. That's a floss, I think, right?
Oh, it is, yeah. Look at you, Michelle.
My nephews are, would teach me how to floss.
Ooh, and down. Gritty, all the things right here. Just a combo TikTok going on here.
We're going to see Indiana coming up at 7 Eastern in an elimination game against Japan. Top of the order for the third time with Riley Whited. Had an 8-pitch at bat in the first. The third inning had a single.
An inside corner again. It's so awesome to see these young pitchers come out so many times in this week during the World Series and compete like this. I mean, from Sam Bradley to Hugh to Harmony White, because every day, you know, Michelle, feels a little bit different, and you start to feel the pressure. You start to see yourself on TV more people reaching out to you, but their level of play has been so consistent.
And not just for these two teams. How about Reagan Bills for Pennsylvania? I mean, she's just been outstanding.
Michaela Montgomery.
Yeah. It's been fun.
There's Reagan Bills
There
in the
she
stands. We'll see her in Pennsylvania tomorrow.
We'll be playing the winner of this game. So maybe doing a little studying, taking some notes.
And when you watch Caden Hugh pitch, she gets everything out of her little frame. She has great mechanics. She's a real petite pitcher, but throws with great velocity. And we talked about how she and Sam Bradley were each other's lessons partners, working together hard at lessons and pushing each other, motivating each other. And you can tell that her hard work has been paying off for both of them.
This is going to be the 9th pitch to Riley Whited. She had an 8-pitch at bat in first. Pause for dramatic effect. And the strikeout.
Welcome to the game, Caden Hugh. Rolls a ground ball and gets a big strikeout against Whited, who is one of the best hitters on this Oklahoma team. How about threading the needle on the outer half? Nice frame by Addison Bono, her catcher behind the dish. Look at, and look at the, we said it from the first inning. This game's a little spicy. The two, they are competing.
And then a 9-pitch at bat there. Coach Arias talking to the umpire over at third base.
Cameron Helton up. Takes the first pitch, gets it past the third baseman. Hard hit ball.
Top of the lineup here for Oklahoma, trying to start a little 2-out rally.
I mean, she hit something in the gap. We're going.
I mean, if she hits something in the gap, Cam Helton is thinking, I am going to score from first base. It's going to go down as an error against Lou. That was a hard hit ball.
That was a hard hit ball.
It's going to be a hit.
Tatum Frisbee.
Really good velocity, 57 miles an hour coming in. That inside corner, 57, feels about 60 to these right-handed hitters.
Especially after seeing a lot of pitches on the outer half earlier this game.
Remember, too, in Little League, a 40-foot pitching distance. in college and beyond, 43 feet.
And it doesn't seem like that's a big difference, but it is. I mean, it's not quite obviously 10%, so say about 8%. You add an extra 8% as the rally caps are coming out for Oklahoma, but you're talking about another 3 or 4 miles an hour. So you're talking about reaction time of a collegiate pitch of somewhere around 64, 65 miles an hour. It's impressive.
Yeah. Two-two to Tatum Frisbee. Swings with ease to left. 2 aboard with 2 down. The go-ahead run for Oklahoma in scoring position.
It's a tight turn by Frisbee on the inner half, just out of the reach of Alana Liu. And great job by Lester to keep that ball in front. So many times at a hard hit like that, it bounces off of the outfielder or gets through her. That was a big deal that she kept that ball in front. If not, Hilton scores.
So now a quick shoe tie for Palmer Minor. And an opportunity to help Oklahoma take its first lead of the ball game.
Quick moment of levity here, Michelle, but you'll notice Caden Hugh along with some other players, they were 2 different color cleats. Would you have done that if you were still playing?
I probably wouldn't have been able to because my foot was far larger than anybody else's, so I wouldn't have been able to trade shoes with anybody.
Fair point.
Otherwise, I would have, yes. Would you have?
Yeah, I think we talked about it. My answer was yes a few days ago, and we've been here forever. I still think my answer is yes. I do a little tradesies. Yeah. It's an in thing right now to wear 2 different color shoes.
Yeah.
Or cleats, I should say.
And they were given new cleats and told to trade. Palmer Minor up the middle. And Oklahoma loads the bases. Arias holds the runner at third as the ball came quickly back in the infield.
And Amanda loads the bases on 3 consecutive well-struck balls, but great job in the outfield.
No, look at how Holton charges this ball so hard. She understands that the go-ahead run, maybe the game-winning run is rounding third base, and she does a great do-or-die, great arm home. She just saved a run because 100%. They have so much respect for her as a center fielder and her arm.
Her approach to the ball, you could tell there was no way that you're going to send her. As a coach in the box, you're like, you can just see the way she's attacking that ball.
Crazy, just play your game, get them easy out here, okay? We're at the bottom of their lineup. I'm liking where we're at, actually. We worked through a lot of the middle of their lineup, so when we get to extra innings, we're gonna be in a good spot, okay? Let's get this runner out. Let's get this batter out, okay? Let's roll. Let's roll. Come on, easy base.
That was really an unbelievable. The outfield play that we've seen in back-to-back plays has been so big for Florida.
Bases loaded for Oklahoma. An error and a couple of hits, but all 3 well-struck balls have allowed Oklahoma to load them up for Hannah Arias. Oklahoma has left the bases loaded 1 time today. Have yet to lead in this game.
Graney has had some good hustle plays just out of her reach, but any foul ball in the air toward the first base side, she is going so hard. She's really long. Yeah. Great first base footwork that she has over there. She wants the ball.
Arias underneath it, and again Layla Holton is called on and delivers. She has just been nails in the outfield. And the intensity in this game, Florida and Oklahoma, 16 combined left on base. Both runs scored in the first 2 innings. Both teams have left the bases loaded 2 times. And now we're in the 6th inning. Layla Holton, who has been fantastic in center for Florida, is going to lead off here against Harmony White.
That change-up to start this inning. She started to throw that pitch a little bit more in the last inning, back in the 5th, the last time that she faced them. And the 4th too, actually. That was a couple of innings ago. She started to use it a little bit more. 3rd time through the order now, seeing her.
Holton calls time. This is an elimination game, a rematch of a game these two played on Monday, where Oklahoma won 2-1. Florida has had the leadoff reach. 3 of their 5 leadoffs have reached. This one, Harmony White is able to field.
Great job by Harmony White. A little bit of a bobble, doesn't panic, picks it up, makes a nice throw over to first.
And knowing the speed of Holton too, you know you have to hurry on that play. It's a big out.
Now back to Addison Bono for the 3rd time, who drove in the only run that Florida has been able to score today.
She's been feeling and seeming very intense in this game, so I have a feeling she's going to come up and take some big hacks in this AB, and a big Bono hack means an opportunity to get out of the park here.
She has hit a home run over the fence in every stage of this tournament, including here on Sunday in their opener.
Very first at bat. Continuing to try to get her to bite at pitches up and out of the zone.
This is a player who, her dad, who's a 3rd base coach and manager, said she just put in relentless work. They have their own facility that he founded with his twin brother. And Addison actually started playing baseball at first and played with a lot of the guys who won the Little League Baseball World Series last year.
And her dad and his twin brother played baseball at UCF. She's a catcher like her dad.
Awesome.
A little choke-up job with 2 strikes that she has going on. We're talking about that with a few of the players, just still swinging big with 2 strikes, but she actually choked up a little bit here with 2.
Winded back from short. Retires Bono for the 2nd out.
And I love the way that White attacks the power of Bono. She's going to stay upstairs. The first pitch Bono lays off of, and then she's going to get a couple of foul balls. She continues to go back at that spot where it looks good enough, but she can't barrel it up. Lays off the extended high, comes right back, gets her to pop that up. And Addison Bono is bummed, knowing that she just missed that. Not making that adjustment on that pitch in the upper part of the zone.
There's Bianca Vandenberg. Walked in the 1st inning, struck out in the 4th.
What kind of adjustments did you make for pitchers that were attacking you in the upper part of the zone?
I tried to hold my hands a little bit higher in my stance, just so it gave me a different starting point. I was more likely to stay and try to work above the ball. Oftentimes that still might have meant hitting the bottom half of the ball or turning into more of a line drive. What about you?
The same exact thing, because I had a natural like dip of my hands, but the other thing, mentally, I always tried to hit the top of the ball so that I would hit the middle of the ball. And if you study most hitters, they're either top ball strikers or bottom ball strikers. And, you know, so you have to know if you are not good at hitting the top of the ball or through it on high pitches, you got to make that adjustment mentally.
Working on too at practice, just over exaggerating adjustments so that when you do it at practice, you get the hang of it, of what it feels like to over exaggerate being on top of the ball, or for a drop ball pitcher below the ball.
Correct.
So that in a game, it never is easy, but it might feel a little bit easier. Again, choking up with 2 strikes here. I think that's an adjustment that Florida in general has been making against Harmony White, is that with 2 strikes, they're choking up, because Vandenberg doing it big time.
Yeah. And you know, if you look at the game card, most all the outs are in the air. If the ball's put in play, they're mostly all line drives or pop-ups. So trying to make that adjustment. They're bottom ball strikers, which means the ball's going up. Aim for the top of the ball.
She thought it was ball 4, but instead a strikeout for Harmony White, number 7.
And Harmony White just continues to pitch with so much joy, passion, out here doing it, the Little League Softball World Series. She's not even fazed that this is an elimination game. Harmony White is having such a great outing, the ace of this Oklahoma team.
Rally in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, so all those official superstitious things, it's happening right now.
That's right.
He's got it covered. As Oklahoma's going to try to walk this thing off in an elimination game. Moana laying down the bunt. She's safe. The hat worked.
And she has gone on base all 3 times that she has come to the plate in this game. Moved her down to the 6th spot, but she still has that leadoff hitter mentality that she's had all summer. Puts a ball on the ground, executes, put pressure on the defense to make a play.
Harmony White, the pitcher. The winning run is at first base right now for Oklahoma. And that came back and hit Harmony. I thought she was out of the box, but still in the box.
Like very quickly still in the box.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ryan Bono, the manager, is coming out.
It hit her, I think, a couple of times, too. So if you didn't see that original ricochet off the ground into her, then you might have thought it hit her when she was out, but this should be a pretty quick one.
Yeah, you saw it hit her leg while she was still in the box. Right there.
Yep. Good call by the umpires.
Hey, we're gonna be 0-2 here. So we're gonna. How confident do you feel bunting with 2 strikes? How confident you feel bunting? All right. Hey, well, shorten up on the plate. I mean, on the bat, like choke up just a little bit. I'm gonna get on the plate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to be nice and control, get a pitch I can handle. And you know, if it's a tough pitch, a foul ball's a win.
So they're going to let Ryan Bono know that that actually is not reviewable.
Which actually helps him because he gets to keep a challenge, because he would have lost that one.
Get 2 challenges per game, and if you're correct in that challenge, you get to keep it. You get 1 challenge in extra innings. Okay, so 0-2 for Harmony White, the winning run at first base.
99% chance she's not bunting here.
But she did get rid of a pitch, like Coach Frisbee told her, although she didn't really choke up. I think she's still going full barrel here.
Yeah. I love that, though. How confident are you bunting with 2 strikes? No.
Gotta be honest.
No. Do not ask me to do that.
Great eye.
Yeah, good take.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Both teams have had opportunities. They both have left the bases loaded twice in this game.
A lot of lobs.
1-2, they're going to have to make some decisions if we do go to extras, or I should say Oklahoma is going to have to make some decisions. Really important, actually, just putting things together. Really important that they score here.
Yes.
Because of the pitching eligibility rules, that if you throw 7 or more innings, then you have to rest the next day. And so Harmony White, as their starting pitcher,
Would not be eligible to throw tomorrow.
yes.
And they haven't thrown anyone else this week at the World Series.
That's right. Foul ball.
So it feels like a lot of additional pressure to score here.
There it is. There's the pitching eligibility. You can throw back-to-back days. If it's less than 7 innings, the second you throw even 1 pitch in that 7th inning, you have to have a day's rest.
Eighth pitch to Harmony White from Caden Hugh.
She's having some good swings here with 2 strikes, fouling off a bunch of pitches. But Flaminio Littlejohn has a ton of speed at first base. If she could just find a gap, she's going to be off and running a million miles an hour.
The other girl will throw a ball in the backstop every now and then.
Harmony White swinging. It is out of here. Harmony White walks it off with a bomb.
Wow. It's like, I don't need no day off because we're going to walk it off and win it right here in the bottom of the 6th. A 2-run shot. Just the 2nd home run to leave the park this year.
It's just the 5th outside the park home run here in Greenville since we moved over here in 2021. And no bigger, it keeps Oklahoma moving forward and eliminates Florida. A 9-pitch at bat.
Well, and she gets to pitch tomorrow.
Yes.
She just won the game. No extra innings needed. She puts the game into her own hands, this time in a different way. We saw her work out of jams in the circle, but an out of the park home run, a walk-off home run to win it, allows her to pitch tomorrow and this team to advance.
Started out 0-2, battled, fouled off pitches, and then look at this, right down the heart, and she barrels that up, gets all of that bat on the ball.
Hey, remember when Coach asked her if she wanted to bunt?
Yeah.
And an 0-2 count, and she said no because she wanted to do this. Felt more comfortable, fouled off a ton of pitches, and made Caden Hugh throw right over the heart of the plate, just out of the reach of Holton, who can cover a ton of ground. And her dad, Harmony's dad, just cannot even believe it. She has been smiling and emoting like this all game long defensively. Now we get to see her hit it out of the park. My goodness, this is what dreams are made of.
We have got to hear from Harmony. She's with Chris.
By the way, Courtney, first ever home run for Harmony. Take me through, what was your approach? If you could hear anything, what was your approach at the plate?
I was thinking just hit it over the second baseman and the shortstop's head.
It went a little bit further than that. When you saw it leave the park, what was going through your mind?
I was like, is this real? Did I just hit it over?
I don't know if it jumped higher, you or your dad's reaction in the crowd. How fun has this experience been for you?
It's been so fun.
Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Her first ever home run? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
And remember, this is side softball field, and she just hit it to dead center.
Someone bring her that ball. That's a souvenir for life.
Amazing moment.
Gosh.
And remember, yesterday, guys, she was banged up, twisted her ankle in pregame, had to pitch yesterday, pitch today, and then